So hey Pisces, my name is Chris and this is your beautiful reading for whenever you find it. And I have decided to make a little shorter video. So just 3 cards, and there's a new beginning, there's the Fool card, there's the Three of Wands. We're looking forward to our ships that are rolling in, right? We're about to board one of these ships and we have quite a past behind us, right? The Fool is the new beginning, right? The World card, the closure, the Fool, the new beginning. I was talking about this. There is the World card and the Fool card. King of Cups, this is how you board that ship. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, and there's the Knight of Cups here as well. So you're going forward. Let's just take this. I just wanted to make 3 cards. I already got 4. But the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups, you got inner mastership when it comes to your emotion. So you learn something to keep calm, to keep protecting your inner peace. That's very important. And with that, you're going forward into a new chapter of your life. Fool card, World card, that's definitively closure of the old, beginning of the new. And you're in this moment where you're kind of standing on the hilltop, right? You see your ships roll out, you see all the ships coming in. You have to decide where to go next, what to do next. It might not yet be clear what's coming next, right? But the old is definitively over and the new is beginning, that's for sure. And this new chapter of your life, this new chapter of exploration, right? New adventures, basically. 2026 is a completion year, and this is why the World card and the Fool card is showing up all the freaking time, right? 2026 is just a year. Last 9-10 years, that was the old cycle, right? And you're coming out of this as the King of Cups, and you're going forward with that emotional maturity, I would say. Let's just do some clarifiers, because, you know, there's the King of Pentacles, okay. So you achieved something. There's Pentacles, mastership, and there's a dirty fight here. The dirty fight is over. You kind of won this. You used to hang into a situation that was not good for you. So the old cycle might not have been fun at all, right? But you're moving on to this. So something is lost, maybe. Something is given away. Something is left behind. But you take with you the King of Pentacles. That's basically your energy that you're in. King of Cups, King of Pentacles. So emotional awareness, emotional maturity. Nobody can play you. Nobody can threaten your inner peace. You're very stable within. You're loving yourself. You're respecting yourself. And there is a lot of mastership here when it comes to career, job opportunities. Not so much opportunities, but mastership in your skill level, right? In your skill set. How you manifest something. You know exactly how to do something. You learned a great deal in this last developmental chapter, right? King of Cups, King of Pentacles. And now the most important message here is that the fight is over. Where your fear is, there's your task. Carl Jung. So what are you afraid of the most? What have you been avoiding in the last few years, maybe, right? Okay, let's just do a second quote here. Let's just see where we're going here. Be a friend to yourself. That's very important. And you should go for a simple, happy life. Say no to complex, demanding things. So maybe in the last few years, think about the last 10 or 9 years. What have you done? It might have been kind of a little difficulty. There's the Hanged Man here at the clarifier deck. There's the World card, but you're coming out of this with a very high skill level. So you learned something and you're taking this, what you have learned, with you. And what you have learned as well is not just the skill side of things, you know, how to do stuff, you know, you've grown a lot. But what you also take with you is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is resting within himself, speaking his truth. There's the Ace of Cups connection, self-love, respecting yourself, and going for something that is the Knight of Cups, going for something that makes sense to you, right? That feels right to you. Not just that looks good on paper, but what actually feels right to you. Be a friend to yourself and say no to complex or demanding things. Go for a simple, happy life. And the most important thing that you have protected through that last 9 or 10 year cycle might have been your inner peace. You really learned that, how to protect your inner peace and how important inner peace is. So you don't have to be the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the clarifier. So this is how it shows up. This is how you show up. Yes, you've learned a lot, King of Pentacles wise, but the most important thing is that you do what you love, that you not go for grandiosity in that next chapter that is coming, right? But go for happiness instead. You always have a choice. Do I want to go for the big bucks, right? Recognition, responsibility, mastership in the terms of the King of Pentacles. This was kind of the old cycle, right? But this cycle is over. You're going for happiness now, a simple, happy life. And how does a simple, happy life look like? What have you been avoiding in the last 10 years? Maybe you find it there. Whatever that is, share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. If it resonates with you, what is that? What you have avoided in the last 10 years? Maybe this is where your next chapter begins, where your happiness and your fulfillment as the King of Cups, as the Knight of Cups, where you're going here for happiness, where this is kind of taking place. You know, what have you been avoiding? Go for a simple, happy life and protect your inner peace. Say no to complex or demanding things. It's not worth it. What is most important is your happiness. And that's pretty much all I've got. I'm going to do one Blue Angel Oracle deck card. Sacred Earth. Okay. Number 16. Health and vitality. You can find healing and inspiration by connecting with the earth. Nature's healing energy will bring you peace and balance your body, mind, and emotions. You can connect with nature's timeless wisdom anytime, anywhere, even if you are indoors. Simply close your eyes and imagine yourself surrounded by nature's beauty, perhaps on a sandy beach in a lush green rainforest or with the Sacred Heart of Uluru, whoever that is. So just connect to Earth whenever you feel a little overwhelmed. 2026, I say this again and again, is not going to be another 2025, but the energies are very intense. The old system is practically over. It's literally dying. You just turn on the TV and you see it's, you know, it's kicking and screaming. That's the old system. But in that old system, you might have tried to make it in that old system, but you might have learned a great deal in it, trying to make it. But you're opening up, you're beginning a new chapter in your life. And in that new chapter, that is kind of the Pluto in Capricorn era, right? The last 10 years. Mainly that frequency of, you know, go-getting and going with the head through the wall and really trying to work harder and do 16-hour work days and pushing through and, you know, doubling down and things like that. This is the old approach. Pluto is now in Aquarius, and it's going to be in Aquarius pretty much for the next 20 years. So this is going to be a time of creativity, of happiness, of joy, where happiness and contentment are much more relevant and important than what looks good on paper, what looks good on your CV. So go for a simple, happy life. That's my big advice here. And that's all I got. Now, but I hope to see you next time. Check out your yearly reading, check out your spring reading. It's somewhere linked there or on my page. See you next time. Now, bitte. Ciao.